Man said like, what's good, Jai? If you're new to the channel, my name is Shadiq and I like doing KRXOVR media. It's been a minute since I've seen 410 have such strong reception on the song, and this is one of those that as soon as it dropped, people were speaking highly, very highly of it. Like I said, I haven't gotten requests for a 410 song in a minute. I haven't seen people talking so much about a 410 song in a minute. I heard a very small snippet of it. I can kind of tell why it's gonna be so good, or why some people feel like it's so good. So I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. Let's get it. I didn't catch a tag. Is it T-Fomo? T-Fomo made this for you. This reminds me of the intro to Slide by Band OK.
Me like 40 bands for 3 5s. On my roommate that making drinks for me though. Man's live in the streets of beats is peak. If you see me or see bro, you should've saw his face when he saw man. The same thing that shifty pulled when he first saw me reload bro.
He gotta be Jamaican. There's something about his voice. I feel like, I could be wrong, I'm not an engineer, but I feel like the lows in his voice are super prominent. Like it's kind of hard for me to take in some of the things that he's saying, but he sounds Jamaican. He definitely sounds like he's from Yard. The beat matches the tone so far though.
On my roommate that making drinks for me though. Man's live in the streets of beats is peak. If you see me or see bro, you should've saw his face when he saw man. The same thing that shifty pulled when he first saw me reload bro. Got next to 3 mazers. I don't know when the next time I got see bro. Tap to my Zanko, my pack in my pocket still with the mazzer on free flow. I don't wanna hear what's chat on face street niggas that don't stick to the street code. It's mad how I make these birds just fly like it's nothing. I remember when I always my preload since
you can always rely on T-Fomo to put together a dope beat. I can't even speak right now. Yeah, he always does a really good job with his beats. Like he doesn't allow his beats to be too boring. Like he really puts the extra touches in there.
It's mad how I make these birds just fly like it's nothing. I remember when I always my preload since big bro of the game. My first one is big bills that we preload. Big ones.
That was a clean transition. That was cold.
Who you talking to? Last time that I hopped out the ride, I see them duck when I tap that goose. 2 got away, but 1 got lucky.
Duck the goose sequence, I respect it.
Last time that I hopped out the ride, I see them duck when I tap that goose. 2 got away, but 1 got lucky. He got ripped up bad like Chucky. He's lucky he moved his head. He only got it all in his face. Keep my badness high, I'm far from an eat. Do I look like Leo? The man there riding, trap ups the deals. It was right when he got sick. It was dark and we got that. I see him try to call to safety. Got a brown one showing me love. The host in the eye, now she just sees babies.
Heart broke when they lost their captain. No, you can't Batman, pull up and bat him. When the shotgun split into fractions, windows fractured. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Got a big shot.
I like this. I'm liking. It's very subtle, but I like the transitions that they're doing between each artist. Right, how right before the next person goes, like they're kind of right off the camera, and then they just very subtly transition straight into them. It's very small, but those are the little things that add another layer to your viewing experience. Wow, I can't talk right now. But yeah.
Heart broke when they lost their captain. No, you can't Batman, pull up and bat him. When the shotgun split into fractions, windows fractured. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Got a big shotgun and it's homeless. Tell a man hold this, follow the process. Said I ain't that buffing, you know this true, but she ain't got this like COVID. And the strip's too hot like Panama, step like Janet, I'll sweep them pattern. And you're pissed if I pick this caliber, big 4-5 take shots like camera. This work ain't got no manager, trying to put S in pain like Malaga. That's a up that won't stop China.
Alright, I wasn't gonna say it, but like those of you who've been around, you know what I'm gonna say. The like bars. It's just boring at this point, and that's not even me being disrespectful. It's just that like when you've heard what other artists have done with their wordplay and the ways that they allowed their wordplay to be just a little bit more intricate, to go back to this constantly hearing like, it's just like it's just so underwhelming. You feel me? Like add another layer to it. Like find another way to make the correlation without just being direct and just saying like. It just really just kills the quality of whatever it is you're trying to communicate, in my opinion.
And you're pissed if I pick this caliber, big 4-5 take shots like camera. This work ain't got no manager, trying to put S in pain like Malaga. That's 2. That won't stop China, but staying on the right team like Canada.
That's 3, there's probably more.
How much games have we lost to the trident? There's no chatting, just frying. The CG boy still firing. Stylist can't style us. So who do you think you're styling? Up in this ride, there's no rewinding, binding. Still stuck in the trenches. We can up where fire those fences. It's a dinger, not rented. Send a message, not mention. Chin up like we're doing up fencing. LOL, but his fist still clenched.
Man said like fencing, like something like that I could let rock, right? That one was funny. But like he even said like, this is a dinger, it's not a rental. Jesus.
Still stuck in the trenches. We can up where fire those fences. It's a dinger, not rented. Send a message, not mention. Ching it up like we're doing up fencing. LOL, but his fist don't clenching. When I blast that, fuck what he's benching. No question.
Aye. Command from badness, no need to mention. Jump out the vehicle, run man down and stab up his brethren.
I don't know what it is, but it's some, I'm pretty sure that's BT. Apologies if it's not BT. Is that? I never remember who's who. I'm sorry. I know it's either BT or Rendo, so my apologies if I'm mixing up the names. But something about his voice, like he always has like the perfect contrast between whoever else is on the track with him. It just gets you gassed from the moment you hear it, yo.
Command from badness, no need to mention. Jump out the vehicle, run man down and stab up his brethren. I already sat man down like detention. Stepped in the room, bro, I got detention. Got crazy, but I got my vengeance. Go to the block, got me at the entrance. Aye. When the ops try by, what a great interception. Chris for the gun, man, check the selection. Fetch up, grab man on the reception.
I can beat a lot.
You can get two from the team, no question. Don't think I do it for mentions, fuck the attention, I just want stretching. Hell man putting their burners, hopping them hedges, gonna see Benson.
I know what this one was reminding me of. This was reminding me of the beat for Somebody's Son. That's what it was. I'm like, this is reminding me of something. Like I'm like saying it like in my head, I'm saying the flow, but I just couldn't put my hand on it. Yep, that's what it was. It's reminding me of Somebody's Son by Abs.
Attention, I just want stretching. Hell man putting their burners, hopping them hedges, gonna see Benson. Don't act up and then try and bless it, I can't blame him cause it's peppers. Could've had my man spread on the floors, mate, I just had man begging. Boy, better mind when you're repping, if it ain't gangway, then it gets blended. Bro, don't sit on the fence, but you picked up fencing, do it and did it. Whoosh, show my man no affection, I like to show them my tickers. Get him.
Hoodie, to red riding, the boy that drop, computer typing, raffle, hanging. Right with the timers, raffle, the water get down on wiping. Bro, trying to crash on license, set it off license, trying to offline him. Young boy, love with
that was a dope sequence. I like that sequence. That was a dope sequence. Like the way that he delivered it was cold.
Right with the timers, raffle, the water get down on wiping. Bro, trying to crash on license, set it off license, trying to offline him. Young boy, love with the sliding, try to ban him, be done with the knifing. Got bust it, I'm trying to surprise him. Crack man's nugget or chin with spiners, 4-wheel driving, 2-wheel sliding.
It's the small things, right? Like how artists find different parts of a beat to flow on. If you listen really closely, he's flowing on the perks, right? Like he's just flowing like on the bass or whatever. Like he's catching the more subtle moments in the beat. At least that's what it sounds like to me. It's reminding me a lot of like how T-Way flows, for example, or even like somebody like Gets, who finds all the different pockets. If you really listen to it, you can catch it. That was cold.
Rambo ching a thing with a case and all my ping it. Lampo shaking, gang them pulling up organs blazing.
Man said organs blazing. I apologize for not knowing everybody's names off rip, but homie who went last, he spun it, in my opinion. I think he went the hardest. T4 made this one. Yeah.
They know we ain't ramping. We're no for beaters and shankings. We're bad, they're talking bad, them used never have been.
Stack money and trap stack. Got about 40 in the backpack. Bam, slap few shots in the slap now. I'm a trap god in the trap.
So this channel we hold the vowels, that means we're getting straight into it, and I'm giving this one a 9. It's really good to see and hear so many people on one track, but at the same time they're already balancing each other out, and it isn't like one person is just completely outclassing and outshining everybody else. They all had their moments and they all did really well in their own ways. I think that definitely the flows and the beat are the highlights on this track. They all had their own touches with the flows. They all had their own moment with the flow that I really liked. They all had moments where they found just slightly different parts of the beat to flow on, again giving themselves their own moment to shine while also giving the song its own personality in different segments. And speaking of that, the beat itself also had its own personality. T4 is one of those producers you can rely on to not bore you with his beats, in my opinion. At least there aren't any songs I can think of the top of my head. I just really enjoy the fact that this beat had so much variation, or at least the fact that it went up and down in terms of like the levels, right? It had moments where almost everything but the perks were drowned out, and maybe like little pieces of the melody or the counter melody, whichever one, but then it came right back to everything all over again. It allowed everybody to kind of have their own segment and their own voice in a way. Oftentimes when you have strong lineups like this, if the beat is stagnant the whole way through, then it becomes a little bit more of a competition in a sense. And again, what I do think think that the last person spun it the most, they all still had a moment, and I can also see each of them being somebody's favorite. I don't think that any one person is gonna be like the clear favorite for everybody. But going back to my point, the fact that the beat had those highs and those lows and the moments where it kind of got a little bit more mellow and the energy shifted right back again, it allows the people who had the lower segments to shine for the lower segments, and the people who had the moments was a little bit more up-tempo and more upbeat in terms of the energy to have their moments to shine too. But other than that, I think that lyrically this one was pretty surface level, and then honestly it's drill, so there's really only but so much you can expect to a degree. I think everybody had a moment at least, right? Like AM had the moment with the S-Pain Malaga, right? That was cool. I think everybody had at least one moment like that, but overall everything was pretty surface level in my opinion. It's like I keep saying over and over again as of late, it's just that like as I'm listening to so much music and like in such dense quantities lately, I kind of have less patience for the like bars or the similes, right? Just the fact that there's so much opportunity to take the references that people are trying to make to another level, kind of like what AM did, right? I'm gonna use his bar as an example. The S-Pain, like Malaga, right? Obviously the S-Pain, Spain, and then Malaga, Spain, right? That's something that's interesting, that has another layer to it to make it kind of hit on a slightly different level. Again, I think that everybody had at least one of those moments, but I wish that whenever artists are about to write a bar with the word like, right, that they sit down and say, all right, I know what I'm trying to communicate here. How can I say this in a way that's a little bit more clever, that has a little bit more nuance and depth to it? So that way the song has more replay value, because now when you hear bars like that, you're gonna go and be like, all right, cool, I have to listen to this again and see if there's anything else like that in this song. But I do have to be honest, that bar from AM in particular was dope. So if there are more bars like that, I'm looking forward to hearing it. And honestly, this is a very replayable drill song too though. I do think that having so many different people on it, they're all having their opportunities in such small doses but still delivering, and the beat makes it really one of the best songs to come out so far. I wouldn't put it up there with the likes of certain other songs, but it definitely is still up there in general. But anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, and as always, hang tight for some more reactions. I do got more that's coming for y'all, but until next time, peace.